Well, I got a lot of junk in the Jeep to clean out, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow. For now, I'm going to go in and relax with my wife. It's starting to get chilly. It's supposed to get down to 25 tonight. Alright, our last weekend got cut short abruptly. The young man did some dumb teenager stuff and got himself a concussion and a broke elbow and so on. But we're back here today, and I scavenged this off a job. The biggest reason I got it is this is a pretty nice cabinet. Could put some shelves in it and store my lubricants and spray cans and stuff like that. Plus, I don't know if y'all been to buy breakers lately, but they're expensive. And there's a bunch of breakers there. Looks like it's 3-phase, but and there's Mama back. Alright, I got that all torn apart. Why do I do this stuff? But that's what I do, so I guess I gotta love myself anyway. I don't know why, but when I'm around here I can't seem to remember to turn the camera on. But since I got a 6-volt generator, I gotta run the battery charger every now and then, because it's a 12-volt battery. Suppose I ought to put an alternator on it sometime. But there's no use to get in a hurry, is there? Well, we got to pack up and go here. Leave my little paradise. What are you going to do? Man's got to make a living. He's having a time driving that Jeep with a broke arm. And I'm starting to think it's got a blown head gasket. I don't know what my first clue is, but that's what I'm thinking. The boy robbed the door off this Suburban to get the glass out of it for the GMC, and I figured it's time to put the door back on it so that there'll be less critters inside. I got tools out but forgot to bring them with me, so he's going back to get them. There's a Mercedes-Benz under there. It's my own little junkyard starting. He's showing more and more interested in this stuff. He wants to see if that one will run, so we're fitting to find out. Is one-armed handsome Jack. So what happened to you, boy?
I was in a car wreck.
Were you driving?
No, I was not. I was a passenger.
Was the kid a good driver?
What do you think?
Mm-hmm. Did you learn anything?
Yeah. Good life lessons. Yeah, that's gonna be annoying.
That's why.
We got the pocket crescent wrench.
That's why I always carry this. Anyway, you don't need it.
Oh, well. This one's still kind of on there. Really make that look easy.
Oh, just help a brother out here. Don't scratch the paint, dude.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
This is the famous, or maybe not so famous, L-head motor. I think it's got a blown head gasket, which is inconvenient for me. Everything is broke at Hevy Acres. Let's see if this one's broke.
This thing's got bolts in it, not a...
It's the infamous side post, which GM used for many years. Why don't you pull that cable out from under the battery?
Side post, eh?
Yeah. Alright, we'll come back in 30 minutes after he gets it hooked up. I started him for him since he's left-handed now and hasn't had the time to get his hand completely like his right hand.
Yeah, it hasn't been properly adjusted yet.
What are you doing, knucklehead? Don't tighten it too much.
Well, that's probably good enough.
Alright, see if it'll run.
The radio works.
Turn it off. YouTube don't like radios. They'll send me to YouTube jail. What'd you let it quit for?
I wasn't intending to.
Let him hammer around in it a little bit, but we got to get a load of lumber off the back.
Yeah.
And a place to put it. It needs to be run. It's set here 3 or 4 months probably.
It also needs air in the tires. The other one's pretty flat.
Is it? Yep. We'll drive it up there and do it.
Alright.
Let's see how he does. Wipers work. Actually, it ain't a bad truck. Don't have no back glass. Frame's broke. And I don't have a title. be run. Probably the injectors are getting sticky. Probably. I should fire that one up too. It'd be good to get good and warmed up. It ain't been warmed up in a long time. Get some air in the tires and just drive around a little bit. If we had a good place to put the wood, we'd put it somewhere, but I ain't yet. I'm gonna do something with that wood. I ain't sure what. Something. I ain't sure what to do with that motor. Maybe I'll put it in this, since this one's got a dead cylinder, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a good motor. It's been sitting a long time. 6 liter. Oh, go ahead and put a little more in. He's so tough, he don't need a jacket. Well, since it's so misty and foggy, that's good catch the flu weather. I'm gonna do stuff in here. I think what I'm gonna do is I need to finish the back of my bench and rig a light. And then last weekend I stripped that thing down. Maybe I'll mount that up or something. And I got to do stuff like that. I still got a carburetor to change on a 4-wheeler and that other one to put together. But I'm kind of enjoying having the boy open his eyes a little bit about all this stuff. Somebody must have told him I had a bunch of cool stuff. I think he might have got it stuck down there. That's good for him. He ain't gonna hurt that old truck. There he goes. I think. He's got it down there in the bottom. What I've been thinking about is, you know, he got in that accident. Doing some dumb stuff, I don't mind telling you, but anyway, they hit a tree at almost 80 miles an hour. So what I've been thinking about is, you know, when I grew up, I had dirt roads and fields and junk cars and field cars and mud trucks. I learned how to drive. So if I'm going down the road now, I'm not as good as I used to be in my advanced years. If the vehicle slides, I can kind of instinctively know what to do. But these young kids haven't had that opportunity. So I think what we're going to do is get something or build something that he can hammer on around here and get those skills. Sounds like he's got her stuck down there. Oh, I hear twigs cracking. He must be moving. Good for him. And me, I'm cutting some poplar up to finish the back of my workbench. What was all that racket down there?
I took it where it would not go.
I see you got out.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to walk back.
What was the secret? What'd you do to get it out?
Just kind of kept going until it would stop, and then I'd go forward a little bit, and then go back a little bit harder, and then just kept doing that, and then I was out.
It sounds like it's running a little better.
It's running a lot better.
It hasn't run very long in years, so running it be good. There he goes again. It's running a lot better, but it's got a miss. It's got a little tick, lifter tick. It has sat probably 10 years mostly. He's eager to get that wood off it so he can hammer on it. I gotta find a good place to put it. Of course, he don't need to be hammering on it with one arm. There we go. I'm gonna cut one more board. Everything's crooked and warped, but it'll be okay.